Hello. Welcome, guys, to the broadcast. For those of you who are coming through for the first time, you are more than welcome. For those who keep coming, keep doing what you're doing. I love it. Guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this content. You can put on your notification bell so that you are notified each time we post a new video. Guys, let's get into this video. Guys, as you have seen, have heard, most of you, Sol Phenduka and Deneo Ranaga take a job at KayaFM. And this was obviously bound to leave a bitter taste on some of the followers of Podcast and Chill with Mac G. Twitter goes into a frenzy, Nota makes comments, but what I want to talk about is something that I picked up on one of the episodes where Deneo Ranaka was on Podcast and Chill. It is strange that today Deneo and Sol are partnering to go to KayaFM. I'm not sure how this is working. I'm not sure if they are partnering for a show. And I'll tell you why it's interesting, because Sol Phenduka and Deneo Ranaka once said to Mac G, it is not a good idea for Sol to be on Podcast and Chill. And check out this video and we're going to comment on it.
You told me this, right?
Yes.
When he said, you want to have me on the show, you had your doubts.
I took a screen grab of the
Yeah,
conversation
tell me
so I
about
don't
that
have to go back.
conversation.
There's so much evidence on my WhatsApp between MacGyver and myself, so I'm just going to go to my screenshots quickly. So we're having this conversation about whether MacGyver, and it wasn't whether MacGyver should have Sol on the podcast or not. You had already had Sol. And remember I said there was drama around having Sol. It was that time when you guys offended the LGBTQI community.
Manchester United, yeah.
So here was the conversation, right? And this is what I said to MacGyver. Having Sol on the podcast, I said, having Sol on board might be a bad idea. Listen. No, listen. And I'm being honest.
Drop that fucking thing of
I'm
yours.
being honest. I'm being honest because I'm MacGyver's sister, so every now and again we bounce ideas with each other, right?
Yeah.
So I said having Sol, because like everyone was just hating on the podcast on Twitter because of the LGBTQI, and I know Sol. Sol is unmanageable, he's ungovernable. Sol speaks like, mara na waiti go I mara Sol now different breed man. Ukilabo. So I said, having Sol on board might be a bad idea, ... You really need to consider what you are trying to build here and make some tough executive decisions. Always in your corner, always wishing you well. MacGyver then responds, thanks, Dini, 100%, I totally agree. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to come out of this is. Then we talk about PR and. And then I say, send executive apologies to all the brands you have associated with. Thereafter, let it ride itself out. You will be okay, and you will not lose your product for as long as your steps are genuine and mature. He made an executive decision.
And he didn't listen to you.
No.
I'm proud
you
of
didn't
you.
have to listen to me.
Good decision.
So obviously people have got their opinions about this whole thing. And guys, this is very tough because when it comes to business, you really cannot be emotional. You really cannot think with your heart, but with your head and your vision. People are always thinking ahead. People are always planning their lives. And people have always got an intention to grow. But this is why it's tricky for me. Sol and Mac G, you can see they've got a good friendship. I wonder if their business relationship is as good as their friendship, because Mac G has always said that he feels he cannot afford. Maybe he did not say it like this, but he's always said that I wish I could pay him more. I wish I could pay you more. And maybe Sol feels like, okay, he's made his contribution. We cannot deny that Sol has had a big contribution on the growth of the podcast and Chill. But now there's always people lingering around, people like Deneo Ranaka. And I mean, I've always questioned a little bit Deneo, she came on Sol on Mac G's platform, and I don't know, like their friendship, they're always too comfortable with him because that is his platform. And I think Mac G's approach is always friendly, friends in his business platform. And there's a fine line there, and I cannot say whether Mac G and Sol did not talk about this. I think they may have, and Mac G is okay, but what for me is a little bit strange, what is a little bit awkward for me is that every radio station is a direct competition of the Podcast and Chill. Podcast and Chill is a threat to all these radio stations. So you can never work for Metro FM and work for KayaFM at the same time. You can never work for your competition. You can never hold two jobs working with your direct competition, you know. I don't know what the arrangement is, but it is rather strange. I just hope MacG is not compromising too much, because this is business, and these businesses are gunning for him. They're gonna come for Saul. They're gonna come for his stuff. They're gonna offer them big money, and this is what it is. When you at the top, you really they say it's easier getting to the top than staying at the top. So MacG really has to come out now and become a businessman, because clearly his friends are making business moves. This is not an offer Saul denied because of friendship. Clearly he saw a business opportunity, took, and he knew the risks involved. They may have had a chat with MacG and he felt like, okay, cool, I will take this job. But this is a tricky one for me. Guys, tell me what you think.